You open your fridge. Everything looks normal. A little yogurt, some oatmeal, a slice of whole grain bread, a banana or two. All the healthy things you've been told to eat after turning 60. But what if I told you one of those so-called healthy foods has already started breaking your body down from the inside? Let me tell you about Margaret Taylor, a 71-year-old retired school teacher. She had mild diabetes and slightly elevated blood pressure, nothing unusual for her age. She watched her diet carefully. No junk food, no soda. Just a clean, simple breakfast, oatmeal with a banana and a spoonful of yogurt. 6 months later, she was rushed to the hospital. Her legs were swollen. She couldn't catch her breath. Her potassium levels had dropped dangerously low, and her kidneys were struggling to keep up. The doctor looked at her food journal and said, "You can't eat this anymore, not even one bite." How could this happen? Because after 60, the rules change. The foods you trusted for decades, the ones even your doctor may have once recommended, can quietly become toxic, especially when they interact with medications for blood pressure, heart disease, or type 2 diabetes. These innocent-looking breakfasts can trigger harmful chemical reactions inside your body, quietly overloading your kidneys, stressing your liver, and weakening your heart. And the worst part? You don't feel it happening. You feel fine. You think everything's okay. But inside, the damage builds, quietly, gradually, until one day your body gives out. This isn't about fear. It's about truth, and your right to know what's really on your plate. The second food on this list seems harmless. In fact, it's often seen as healing. People add it to oatmeal, stir it into cottage cheese, even slice it into their tea. It's the banana. You're probably thinking, what could possibly be wrong with a banana? Here's the hard truth. If you're over 60, and especially if you take medications like ACE inhibitors, blood pressure pills, or heart diuretics, bananas can quietly push your potassium levels into the danger zone. And high potassium, hyperkalemia, isn't just a side effect. It can throw off your heart rhythm, cause muscle weakness, even stop your heart. Let me tell you about Robert Mitchell, age 68. Former contractor, active, alert, took pride in staying healthy. Every morning he made a bowl of oatmeal with half a banana. Just one. After a few weeks, Robert collapsed at his local supermarket, heart fluttering, vision fading. EMTs rushed him to the ER. A doctor told him bluntly, "If this had happened 1 or 2 days later, your heart might have stopped completely." He didn't eat fast food. He wasn't careless. He just ate one banana a day, the one food that spiked his potassium beyond safe limits while his medication blocked his kidneys from clearing it. And that's the danger. You don't taste it. You don't feel it. You just keep eating. Day after day. And inside, your blood chemistry is changing until the symptoms hit: shortness of breath, palpitations, dizziness. And by then, it may already be too late. If you take daily meds and haven't reviewed your diet recently, you're walking a chemical tightrope, blindfolded. Let's talk about the third item on the list. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. It's advertised as healthy. Doctor approved. Heart Smart. Whole grain bread, especially the kind with bran or labeled diabetic friendly. But for adults over 60, this bread could be doing the exact opposite of what you think. Why? Because your body's insulin response weakens with age. You become less efficient at controlling blood sugar spikes. And even if the label says low glycemic, that bread can still send your glucose soaring, damaging the tiny blood vessels in your brain, eyes, and kidneys. Take Carolyn Brooks, age 66. She started eating bran bread every morning, thinking it would help with digestion and blood sugar balance. But over the next few months, her vision blurred. Her energy dipped. Then, out of nowhere, a mini stroke. An MRI showed early-stage damage in her brain's microvessels, likely caused by unstable glucose levels. She felt fine. No symptoms, no pain. Just slow, silent damage. Until it wasn't silent anymore. Now pair that bread with coffee, the fourth item on our list. Yes, coffee. Even a single daily cup, when combined with certain medications or calcium loss, can accelerate bone thinning and worsen osteoporosis, disrupt your sleep, silently harming brain health, reduce the effectiveness of antidepressants and anxiety medications. It fools you. You feel sharp, energized, focused. But beneath the surface, your bones weaken. Your meds don't work like they should, and your sleep, your mental stability, starts to break down. No one's saying you can never drink coffee or eat bread again. But at your age, those habits come at a cost. They chip away at your independence, your energy, your ability to function without help. These aren't poisons. They're slow traps. And if you don't change something soon, they'll catch up to you. You might be thinking, but I've eaten like this my whole life. I feel fine. That's exactly what most people say. Right before their first fall, their first ambulance ride, or their first stroke. Here's what no one wants to admit. Aging doesn't give second chances. Every little mistake costs more now. Every maybe later gets you one step closer to a future you didn't plan for. Losing your freedom, losing your dignity, becoming a burden. Right now, you might still be independent, cooking, driving, handling your day. But your kidneys, they're filtering slower. Your liver, processing meds differently. Your bones, losing density. Your heart and brain, slowing down in ways you can't feel yet. And the foods you once trusted? They take advantage of all of that, like termites in the walls, quiet, constant, destructive. Now ask yourself, what happens if you don't change? What happens if your potassium surges and you collapse? Alone? What happens when your meds stop working because of a banana? Or your bones crack because coffee drained your calcium? Who's going to care for you? Will your kids put their lives on hold to become your full-time nurse? Will your grandkids remember the strong, wise elder, or the version of you that could have prevented all this, but didn't? This isn't about shame. It's about responsibility. To yourself, to the people you love, to the life you still have left to protect. You're not helpless. But you are on a timer. No one is coming to save you. But you can still save yourself if you start today.